Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. This is the Mowerman82 here. This is just a quick video about my off-road lawnmower. These I'm just going to show you a few of the parts I've been ordering so far, just what I'm going to be adding to the mower. To start with, tire tubes for the massive 25-inch tires. When you're off-road mowing, you need tubes in the back because, you know, if you're out in trail or something like that, or you're doing like high speeds and going over things, you don't want your tires to deflate if you have tubeless. So I bought two of these. Other things I'm going to be doing, there's a few maintenance issues on the whole thing. For the steering, I have decided to switch out the ball joints that I call them little miniature ball joints, I guess. And go with these more heavy-duty ball joints. They're 3/8 thread, and they'll just thread on the existing steering linkages of the tractor, and you can put a bolt through here. These are much more solid than the little tiny regular factory ball joints. Because with the factory ones, as soon as you hit some kind of bump or whatever, they can just pop out fairly easily. Another thing I will be replacing will be the bushings for the steering. I don't know if you saw in the first video I did on the build there. There's a lot of play in the bushings. The bushings are really worn, so I ordered a set of these to replace both sides. I still will have to do some metal work because it went years without any grease, and the bushing wore a hole around where the bushing goes in. It's actually bigger than it's supposed to be. So I'm going to replace those. Also, I realized on one of the wheels have bushings, and on I think the same side as the worn out steering bushings, the wheel bushings are quite worn, so I ordered a set of these. One side was already alright, so that's that. Ordered a new key switch because the one that's there is totally toast. I want to make sure. I mean, I have a dealer account with the company here because I do a small engine repair. I own a part-time small engine repair business, so I can get these things at my price, which is cheaper. 3-pole solenoid, just because the other one there does not work. When I put the new key switch in and I tried to start it, you didn't even hear a click. I had to bypass the poles with a screwdriver, so that doesn't work. So I'm going to replace that too. This is the pre-filter, and you have the filter here because it's a 16 horsepower V-twin. It has a filter on the front, like that, and the pre-filter. This filter here goes on top. I will have a snorkel going here later on in the front of that, but that's for another video. But yeah, I ordered the filter and the pre-filter. It only had a pre-filter in the filter casing. So this is your regular PVC junction box. Since I'm going to be doing off-roading, I'm going to try to stuff all the wiring, the solenoid, and any wiring in here as it seals. There's like a little rubber seal right there, and you screw these screws in, and it clamps it down. I am gonna have to drill some kind of a small hole because some of the wires have to come out, like the battery wires and the ground wire and the wires going to the engine for the ignition. So I bought that. I'm thinking of it has little tabs in the bottom there that I can screw it in. I'm thinking of putting it inside near the steering column on the side wall, so if I need access, I can just wind everything up in there, make sure nothing's touching. And I'm also going to put the solenoid in there. So as you can see there, the solenoid will be nice and cozy in there. Also, I mentioned this in the first video. I'm gonna go for double exhausts. How I'm gonna do it is they're both gonna be on the left-hand side, and they're gonna come. Let me see if I can do this in one hand. I'll just stick my fingers in there. All right. Both mufflers are going to be coming out the side of the lawnmower like this, sideways like that, and there'll be some pipes going because it's a V-twin. There's exhaust port on one side on each side, but I want the exhaust to come out both on the same side. So I saw there's one on back order here, but the idea is to put this part here in the exhaust port, and then put the muffler on top of that. Now I will have to heat this and bend it to my specs. It'll be totally custom exhaust because the curb in that is not it's too deep. And then the trick will be to buy another one like this and put it on the other side. But the trick with that is it has to come, the other side has to come under the engine and then out to the same onto the left side. So something like this is not going to cut it. I think I'm going to have to almost make this flat. There is a hole in the front frame. I could probably loop it there, but I'm probably going to have to take this end part off here and weld another piece of pipe from the original muffler just to lengthen it. So those are the parts. I'm still waiting on one of these mufflers that was back ordered. This is off an old Snapper lawn tractor. They usually have a big square muffler in the front, like the one I have now. So this is what I have so far. I still have to have there's quite a few little things to get, like the muffler covers I was talking about are 2.5-inch copper pipes that's going to go over these just for aesthetic purposes, and finished off with a nice 45-degree angle on the top, and they're going to be double. It should look pretty good. And so yeah, so that was just a quick video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below, and I will answer them as soon as I can.